everybody, I'm Tawney.
I'm Honey.
And we are here with Peep Show Toys talking about the sensuality of art and nudity and some other aspects of it that you might not have known or thought about before the wonderful
body
workshop.
positivity and sex positivity.
Exactly. So the first question we're going to address is what stops people from being sensual? So my answer for that, honestly, is, at least for me, it's big life changes can get in the way of feeling sensual. Body changes can get in the way of feeling sensual. Really anything can kind of impact
Stress
how you feel.
Is a huge factor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Is there anything particular else that you can think of?
I know that I analyze society a lot, and I see that there's a lot of societal pressure based around that. I also experience a lot of trauma in my life, and so that has a big factor on my sex drive or my love towards myself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Another question we want to talk about is essentially spending time naked. Why is it important to spend time naked?
Because this is it, man.
Right? Like, this
and
is
your
awesome.
body. Every single one of them.
Oh, it's amazing. And I feel like no matter your relationship with your body, you are able, I think, to kind of create a better one when you're nude with yourself and you're kind of bearing it all.
Yeah, when you normalize your nudity and the nudity around you, I think it helps put you into a good place with where you are.
Do you think that, I would say that if, like, for me, I had really low self-confidence, and posing nude was a really empowering way for me to kind of, feel connected with my body and do that.
Because then you can look at it, and sometimes when you take a step back from existing in your body, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's what I look like from the outside, the outside of my own reality of perceiving my own body.
Right, 100%. So
take bubble baths, man.
Ooh, yes.
Walk around the house naked.
It's so great to celebrate your body. like Honey was saying, this is your body, celebrate it and just enjoy it and pose with it.
At whatever capacity, of course, you feel that you can. But honestly, this is awesome, and we're so lucky to have bodies.
Yes. We also want to talk about looking in the mirror and why in some cases it's very doable and others it's not, as far as kind of helping to embrace your body and nudity. You want to share kind of your experience with mirrors?
Yeah. I don't really like mirrors. I do a lot of self-portraiture, and that's how I perceive my body a lot. But mirrors for me are a really hard thing to connect with because I experience a lot of body dysphoria because I'm gender fluid, and so when I see my body it's a little bit hard, but then in those moments I can still practice self-love and be like, it may not be what you want, but you're lucky to have a body that is able.
Yeah. So do you find kind of the photos that you're in the media that you're in, that you're like, that is more how you view your body?
Yeah, for sure. And generally it's me lounging and being comfortable, and so being able to see myself in that perspective, I'm like, I think that's really good, just to relax.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And for me, looking in the mirror is something that I also try to avoid. It's not something that I have a big issue with. It's just that every time we're surrounded by mirrors in ways that we can look at our own reflection. Yeah, and if in your head you feel a certain way about yourself, sometimes it's really hard to get over that. And so when you're constantly reminded and you're looking and you have that, sometimes it can be very negative. But other times,
you may also have an adherence because maybe you don't want to feel like you're vain because you're looking at yourself.
True.
I know through a part of my journey, I experienced a little bit of that where I was trying to understand what I looked like, and then I was questioning myself. I was like, oh, is this vanity for exploring what I look like through a reflective surface? And I came up with just being like, no, I think I'm curious.
Right.
It's okay to love yourself though. Please do.
It's fun sometimes to take a mirror and take a look at yourself and the parts of yourself that you don't normally see, and kind of get more familiarized with your nude form. Because, there's a lot you can see that you weren't quite aware of unless you stick a mirror over there. So another thing I want to talk about is sharing your sensual nature with your partner. So for me, it was kind of fun because my partner didn't have a lot of relationships or experience before me. And so I was very much ready to kind of unleash and so it was fun to send pictures and
so you got to do all of that.
Oh, yeah. So that's kind of fun for me is I think that it's really important to share your sensuality because if you can't share your sensuality with your partner, who can you share it with? Like,
it's such a good way to also get to know yourself to share it with someone else because then you can kind of like gauge what feels good.
Exactly. Yeah, there might be things that you didn't think you like.
You don't try.
It's true. And I think that it really can work to bring you closer together with your partner because that intimacy is really important. Like, what's wrong with, sharing a little bit of nudity with your partner?
Walk around.
Yeah. Like, hey. And then I guess kind of our last point is how being nude can boost confidence. So kind of how I mentioned earlier, I guess for me, I didn't really like my body, but the more that I bared myself nude, the more I was just kind of, who cares? Yeah. Here it is. It's great. Watching it change and grow and like my sexuality change and grow as well as like just kind of, it's a really fun adventure. How is it kind of boosting?
I mean, I go straight to nature when I feel like I need to connect with myself and with my body. I like to go out into the woods and I like to just be naked. I take a lot of self-portraits, like I've said, and so that's my way of like kind of purging and cleansing what I feel like is the strain that you can sometimes feel towards yourself.
Yeah. So I guess all in all, get naked, take some photos, learn about your body, share it with your partner, and kind of unlock that sexuality that you totally have.
Self-love.
Yeah, there's so much self-love and confidence that can come from it. So again, I'm Tawney.
I'm Honey.
And we look forward to chatting with you soon and teaching more about the nude posing and how that can help your confidence in your life. So thank you all so much.